Hello everybody, I am Gareth here from What Culture Wrestling, bringing you yet another edition of the lovely Solo Sunday News, because I like talking about wrestling on a Sunday, I know you do too, so let's talk about something really big that happened in the last couple of days or so. We had the WWE draft, which went down on SmackDown night one of this draft, by the way. There's another one coming on Monday, which, yeah, I'm up for that, I'm game. One of the biggest things that happened on SmackDown was Seth Rollins of Monday Night Raw, which he's predominantly been throughout his entire career, has now moved over to SmackDown. He was drafted there in the first round, so it's pretty big news. But even bigger news went down when he popped up on WWE's draft watch-along thing that they do on YouTube. Don't know if you watch it. I hadn't done before this, but it gave me an excuse to watch it this time round, because Rollins had a few things to say about different people that he could be facing now on SmackDown. He's obviously got Roman Reigns, he's got his eyes on the big prize, the big dog at the top of the food chain, and then you've got Big E. He thought, yeah, Big E is a good guy to take on now, he's an up-and-coming star, really proving his worth. And then when he was talking about Matt Riddle, he said he has no interest in facing Matt Riddle at any point. Now this led a lot of people to think, well, is this a storyline? Is this just the heel saying he doesn't want to face the up-and-coming babyface? Well, no, this seems like it could have some legitimate roots at this point, because I think it was a year ago now, Matt Riddle's wife, Lisa, posted an Instagram thing, which was pretty much calling out some main roster women for being out of shape, which is ridiculous because they are incredibly in shape if you've seen any of the women on WWE at this point. Or yeah, it seems like a crazy thing to say. But this is what she put in her Instagram post. She put, calling out multiple main roster divas over the past couple of weeks for being straight, skinny, jiggly fat. Not sure what that is. Not saying they aren't beautiful, just saying squat. It's funny because there have been multiple female wrestlers that have asked to train with me. Each one of them looked great in their gear. Clearly they know what they are doing, especially if they want to train with yours truly. All females freaking squat and go hard. I do not have many photos of my rear end in minimal clothing beside these two. Here is a comparison of me, not caring what I look like, just trying to be a strong, decent Olympic lifter and a mum of three, versus two females getting paid a ton of money for how they look. Rant over. And hopefully the pictures may have flashed up on screen, but if they've not, Becky Lynch, she is in one of these pictures, so that makes sense why Rollins might be a bit annoyed, a bit pissed off by her rants, let's say, that she put in this Instagram post. But equally, we've had some more information drop on Twitter in the last day or so, which again adds just more fuel to this genuine fire that seems to be brewing and burning at this point. Riddle apparently, and this is from a crew member who quote tweeted TalkSports reporter Alex McCarthy in this story, this tweet, this stream of this thread. That's the word for Twitter things. Oh, my head hurts. There was a story where at last year's Survivor Series, Riddle took him out for a couple of meals and everything else, but I'll say the tweet because there's a lot to get into. He said, after last year's Survivor Series, Riddle took me and the crew out to eat at the same steakhouse Seth, Becky and Carl Anderson were dining at. They knew we were there, but went out of their way not to acknowledge us. Throughout the entire weekend, Riddle talked crap about Rollins. He didn't say crap, he said another word, but yep, I'm just saying crap. And how he never evolved as a performer, how he didn't take care of his opponents in the ring, how he was stale, etc. This wasn't just one conversation, it was every time I saw Riddle that weekend. So many of our conversations revolved around wrestlers and people in general Matt didn't like or think highly of or had a personal bone to pick with them. If we weren't chatting wrestling, he was either bashing others or boasting about himself, often both at the same time. That said, I can't possibly see why Rollins and Brock and Goldberg and just about everybody else who knows better wants nothing to do with him in a professional or personal sense of the word. Alas, surely it's nothing. It was again he didn't say crap, but I'm going to say crap, it was a crap show. I thought something was going to go down. Instead, it was non-stop talk about how Rollins stinks, how he's awesome, what it was like for Matt to have eaten the RKO. Keith and Mia were supposed to join us both times, so Keith Lee and Mia Yim. But they didn't show. I'm sure there was nothing to it though. So yeah, if that is true, obviously it is a Twitter account and it was just posted on there. There's been no official confirmation that this story actually happened and Riddle said these things. But if he did, then yeah, that seems like enough to legitimately spark some heat between Rollins and Riddle. Very interesting, because if they're paired together now, there's going to be some real life animosity, and people will definitely have their eyes on that. But is it for better or worse? We don't know, but we have more news on Matt Riddle at this point. So over the last week or so, it's been well documented that Candy Cartwright has filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Matt Riddle, WWE, Evolve, and Gabe Sapolsky. She's obviously Matt's speaking out accuser, and the lawsuit comes after Riddle himself filed a lawsuit against Cartwright back in September. So this lawsuit alleges that Riddle sexually assaulted her from 2017 to 2020, as they also had a relationship. Cartwright says she had bookings also with both WWE and Evolve in January 2020, and said that her refusal to perform sexual acts on Riddle led to her dismissal after Riddle allegedly said to the companies that they shouldn't book her anymore. So it's just horrible stuff which has come out there in this lawsuit. And now we've had an email which has been revealed by David Bixenspan of Babyface vs. Heel. I hope I've said your name right there. I'm sorry if I haven't. I'm just not very good at that. That reportedly this was sent to Cartwright from WWE referee Drake Wirtz. Again, not very good with the pronunciations today. I apologise. Who also works to book extras for WWE. The email was apparently sent on Friday, January 31st at 9:22 p.m. and this was from the NXT Extras email address on the WWEcorp.com server, and this was sent to Cartwright's Yahoo address. So the email goes as this. It goes, Samantha, and obviously her real name is Samantha Tavo. Just want to make sure I got that one right. I regret to inform you that we will have to cancel your booking for this Wednesday, February 5th, as well as March 4th. Apparently there were some past issues I wasn't aware of with you and one of our talent that would not make for an ideal work environment. Good luck to you in your career. Drake Wirtz, NXT Senior Official, Extra Talent Liaison. So I've said it once and I'll probably say it a million more times because WWE just want to carry on doing what WWE do. They do their own thing. They don't listen to people like us. But having Riddle on television, it's just massively problematic because it's very hard to separate this babyface character that's teaming with Jeff Hardy against the Miz and Morrison and getting squashed by Lars Sullivan, which is problematic in its own right, with the stuff that's going on outside. It's just take him off telly, let this situation outside of the ring play out for better or worse, and then go from there. I think right now just trying to stick your fingers in your ears and go, la 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 la, this is Matt Riddle and he's not guilty yet, so we're just going to keep using him. It's just, it's uncomfortable for fans to watch, and we just don't like that. So yeah, just that's my 50 pence again. It's probably not going to get listened to, but yes, that's my opinion on that. But speaking of SmackDown, there was obviously the big draft show that went down on Friday night, and I thought this would help massively with the ratings, give it a nice big boost. That was, I'm not going to say what that was, but it didn't really. Yeah, according to Showbuzz Daily, last night's episode of WWE SmackDown drew an average of 2.087 million viewers overnight, and that is a decrease of 3.2% from the previous week's show. And they also scored a 0.6 rating in the always important 18 to 49 demographic, which fell to 4th on the night. So I don't know what more WWE could do really, because this is I was really excited about this show. I genuinely was like laying in bed on Friday night, getting ready to come into work on the Saturday, thinking, right, I'm very excited. It's draft day. There's loads of exciting changes, and it was a really stacked show without that, to be fair. You had the Falls Count Anywhere match between Big E and Sheamus. You had the potential big match of Sasha Banks and Bayley for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, which obviously had a screwy finish, but we did know that, but yeah, it was promoted and the rest of it. And yeah, I just feel like this is really sad because what more can they do? How else are they going to boost ratings if they can't put a show like that together and improve them? So obviously they did go up against the NBA Finals. They were on ABC, and it just goes to show that most of the world would sooner watch basketball than WWE at this point, which is very, very sad. But talking about things that maybe aren't sad and are actually quite cool and positive to know, Samoa Joe was talking about if he is done with his in-ring career. Obviously, he's been doing a lot of things outside of the ring right now. He's been being a commentator. He's been being a voiceover artist. I think he's going to be King. He's King Shark. Yes, he's going to be King Shark in the upcoming Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. So he's got a lot going on. But he was speaking to speaking on the Wild On podcast. Oh, God, Sundays just don't get easy, do they? And he said that right now I've been enjoying commentary on Raw. It's been a fun challenge. It's something very new, and I'm enjoying that. Obviously, I'm not done in the ring by any means. I think right now I'm just kind of exploring things and seeing how I feel about it. Aside from that, I've been doing a lot of voice acting lately. It's kind of fun, cool, and that's a very enjoyable thing. So some projects on the rise and some projects coming out really soon with Warner Brothers. It's a cool thing. I'm really fortunate and I'm happy that I'm doing the things that I'm doing right now. This, yeah, cool. I'm super happy with this because I love Samoa Joe as an in-ring performer. He's an absolute monster. He's great. He cannot do any wrong in my eyes. He's brilliant on the mic as well. But equally, doing stuff like this, obviously proving he can be a jack of all trades in the company, going on commentary and everything else, opens up his career going forward. He's got a life after in-ring competition if he wants to go down that route. But then equally, doing big high-profile games like the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game, it's brilliant for WWE because it just brings more general attention onto the products and everything else, and it's great for Joe as well because it's another avenue he can go down after wrestling. Yep, he said all the right things here. I can't wait to see you back, Joe, but for now, you do you. You look like you're killing it. But of course, it is a Sunday, so the most important thing is to make sure you have the best ending to the week possible. Go and enjoy yourself, even if that's just sitting down, watching your favourite wrestling with a nice cup of coffee, whatever it is, you do you. I've been Gareth from What Culture Wrestling, and I'm sure I'll see you very, very soon.